Welcome to 1.3 Evaluating Expressions. Our objective is we will evaluate variable expressions. Now those two words that are underlined right there, variable and expression, very important. Variable, remember, is a letter that stands for a number, and expression does not have an equal sign, so we're not going to do any equal signs today. So here are our first few examples. The first one, we have evaluate 4y minus 15 for y equals 9. So we're just going to put in 9 for that y. Now we got to follow our order of operations. 4 times 9 is 36. And 36 minus 15 is 21. Our next example, we have 3 variables rather than 1. So each one we're going to substitute a letter or number for the letter, just like a substitute teacher substitutes the actual teacher. 3 times 2 times 5, substituting all our letters, and 10 divided by 2. Be careful to follow your order of operations. Always write out the expression. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 10 over 2. Okay, so now we have to do 30 plus 10 divided by 2, which is 5. And then our final answer would be 35. Let's write that a little more clearly. Okay, to our next few examples. We're going to evaluate 6 times g plus h, so let's substitute. 6, 8 plus 7. Do our parentheses first. 6 times 15. And remember, it's easier just to write it out. 15 times 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, and 90 is our final answer. Last one we're going to do together. So, 2 times 4 times y. Notice then when letters and numbers are next to each other, it always means multiplication. And then we have minus 1. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 minus 1 is equal to 23. Here are 2 that I want you to try on your own. We're going to talk about them in class. Be careful on this one right here. There are some implied parentheses. Next, we have some word problems. And these can be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to show you some tricks that you can use. So it says, energy drinks come in packs of 24. They're also not very good for you. So make sure you don't actually drink a whole pack. So it says, write a variable expression for the number of cases a store should order to get B bottles of energy drinks. Now it's really hard to know where to start on these. So here is our thought bubble that we're going to start with. And instead of trying to reason our way through it, let's just come up with an example. So instead of B bottles, let's say we wanted 24 bottles. If we wanted 24 bottles, 24 divided by 24 gives us 1. You know that in order to get 24 bottles, we need 1 pack. So what did you do to get from 24 to 1? You divided by 24. Let's say you wanted 48 bottles. You know that 48 bottles is 2 packs. How do you get from 48 to 2? You divided by 24. So now, if we have B bottles, we divided by 24 for our thought bubble examples, those first 2. So let's do B bottles divided by 24. You could also write it as B bottles divided by 24. And that would be our expression for the number of energy drinks. Then it says to evaluate the expression for 120 bottles. That means B equals 120. 120 divided by 24. You could put that into your calculator. You could do your long division. We know that we are going to get 5 cases. Here's one more example. Amazon charges $14 for the new Hillsong CD, and shipping costs $4. We're going to assume that the shipping cost is a one-time cost. No matter how many CDs you buy, the shipping costs $4. It doesn't always work that way, but that's what it's going to be for this one. So our variable expression, what we're going to write, let's take into consideration that we're finding a total. So here is our per item cost, $14 per CD, and we have a one-time cost right here. So our per item cost, it's $14 times 1 for 1 CD, $14 times 2 for 2 CDs, so it's going to be $14 times the number of CDs, C. Our one-time cost, $4 of shipping, 14C plus 4 would be our expression. So to find the cost of ordering 4 CDs, we're going to evaluate C equals 4. 14 times 4 plus 4. We have 56 plus 4, and our total order is $60. Here is your exit pass. Go ahead and pause the movie. Think about a variable expression. If you can't think of one, look at our examples. You're going to come up with one on your own and talk about it with your partner tomorrow.